I don't know how I did this. I think I mismeasured my chiffon. I just feel so stupid now. Oh my gosh, I don't even know what to think. Hello everyone, it's Noelle. Welcome back to the Nook, or if you're new to the Nook, hi, hello, welcome. My name's Noelle and I run a small business called Noelle's Place, which is currently stuck on Etsy. Let's be honest, Etsy isn't the best platform right now for artists because of AI. But the hope is that eventually I'll reopen my Shopify. But anyway, currently on Etsy, Noelle's Place. And I don't think I ever actually discussed why it's called Noelle's Place, because originally it was called Noelle's Nook. But I decided that when I opened my Shopify, I wanted it to just be called Noelle's Place, because I run several different properties on YouTube. I have Noelle's Nook, hi, hello, welcome. And then I have Noelle IRL, which is my beauty, lifestyle, and adventure channel. And then I have Noelle EGL, which is a Japanese Lolita fashion like blog, vlog channel that is currently dead in the water. But eventually, hopefully after the Neon Picnic stuff is out of the way and I have some free time, I would love to revive that channel, but I don't have anything lined up right now. But yes, so I decided to call it Noelle's Place to just encompass everything, and you know, I just like it made sense in my head. I don't know if it actually makes sense to anybody else, but in my head it made sense. So before we actually get in today's vlog, I want to insert some footage from last week that involves some sticker making. So we are going to go in with the footage now. So here's my characters so far. Now, originally the watermelon was gonna look like that, but I didn't like him. I thought he was really, really plain. So I revamped him, added some more neon colors to him. Just, I like him a lot more now. But look how cute these guys are. They're so cute. The more that I think about it though, the more I'm like, do I really want the watermelon to have a popsicle stick? I think he's cute either way. Like, here. You know? What I might end up doing is I might make a file, remove the stick, and just remake him without it, and then see which one sells better. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking now, because I'm like, oh, I got a popsicle stick guy, but I don't know. I love these so far. I can't wait for the rest of the characters to be done. You want to lap decision, don't you? Come on. All right. Oh, she don't want to. You gonna try again? Come on. She really wants to. Here. I bet if I sit in the chair, you would. I know, I'm not daddy, am I? She made it in the end. Now why am I stuck here now? You're spoiled rotten, aren't you? You old lady. So I am still debating whether or not the watermelon should still have a stick. But you guys let me know, because my thought process is the pineapple's a tall character, the ice lolly's a tall character and also has a stick. The spoon is also going to be a taller character. So the only squatter characters would be the picnic basket and the fruit slices, which isn't a lot. So I just felt like if I removed the watermelon's stick, it would, you know, shorten it a little bit and make it a little bit more cohesive with the rest of the characters. But that's my thinking. Let me know what you think. The other thing is, though, too, I already sort of have the templates put up on Printful with the watermelon ice lolly character, but I guess I could just swap it out. It doesn't matter. Anyway, that's for a later. That's a later Noelle thing. So currently, I have the yellow chiffon, not prepped or anything, but I have the yellow chiffon out, and I'm going to work on cutting that and the yellow satin for the Luxe size yellow scrunchies. And I'm really not looking forward to this. I have been putting this off all week, even though I know it's March and the launch is in May. So I really need to get on the ball, and I keep telling myself that I'm just like, So anyway, let's get started.
And it's ticking and every minute is weighing heavy. I'm wishing and praying it could be different. The only way is to face it, turn around and embrace it. Don't know where I am going or what it is I am chasing. I'm in, I feel it burning me up. It's not an if, it's a must. Before I turn into dust, gotta give what I've got. I realized I am the only thing that is holding me down. And if we wanted to get it, we gotta go for the crown. Raise a toast, let's make the most, live it up instead of chasing ghosts. Cause you're a mess, I know it, so am I. I got my skeletons in Cobra Kai. I'm living overtime, dreaming then I go and try. Yamazaki over ice, drink it out my own supply. Let's swing it for the fences, see what we do with it. And let the doubters keep on talking while we proving it. And I don't even hear the words they say. Not trying to make it out like I've been brave. It's been a bitter pill to swallow. We could all be gone tomorrow, so I'm making up for yesterday.
So I may have figured out why I was having so much fraying. I put on 2 blades when I changed my blade. I don't know how a person does that, but I did. I don't know how I did this, but I think I mismeasured my chiffon, but I also don't think I did because let me just show you. So it's measuring less than 10 inches. I think usually it's about 12 or 13 because often I only have like this much satin left over whenever I cut it. So far I've gotten like at least 10 chiffon covers made up, and I actually sincerely don't know how I did that. All right, I figured it out. Minerva's chiffon is shorter in width than pound fabric. So that's why. I usually buy my chiffon off of pound fabric, and I didn't this time. And that's why. I just feel so stupid now, because like these are gonna end up kind of short. Oh my gosh, I don't even know what to think. I mean, there's obviously nothing I can do. I'm still gonna, you know, make these scrunchies, but they're gonna be short. They're gonna be fluffy, but they're gonna be short. I'm gonna make one up just to see. So, a few notes. This chiffon, it's very rough feeling, and I'm not excited about that. It looks nice. Also, it is shorter because I stretched out the orange one and then I stretched this out. There's a difference of 2 whole inches, and it still looks fine, you know, but I'm just upset at myself that I didn't actually check the width of the chiffon fabric on Minerva's website compared to Pound Fabrics, which is what the bulk of my scrunchies are made from. They're made from Pound Fabric, chiffon, and satin. But I kind of just assumed that there was sort of a universal length or width actually, and it wasn't. The Pound Fabrics is 57 inches wide, whereas the Minerva fabric is 43 or something like that. Quite a difference. So that's why I'm having the issues I'm having. I'm just a little upset because now there's going to be a ton of satin wastage, and I'm not going to really know what to do with that fabric. But, you know, I have dug my grave, and now it's time to lie in it. Okay, I was thinking, because I'm often one to think when I'm in the bathroom for some reason. I don't know if I have enough scraps to make one now or if I should just wait. But why not like a big multicolored scrappy scrunchie, like a big rainbow sort of. Like in my head, it's like use all the remnant fabric, sew them all together, and make like a rainbow scrunchie. It is after 5 now, and I am exhausted. I am very, very, very tired. And you will hear some farmers working out back. They decided they were going to work overtime today. It's after 5 p.m. by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. Did I mention that? I don't know. I'm too tired to remember. So I have the chiffon all prepped, and it's got the tags in and everything. So those are done. I have my strips of satin waiting to be fitted for their chiffon. And then I've only got 2 pieces put together. So that's where we're looking right now. I'm still beating myself up over the chiffon mishap, but I was looking at my past Minerva order and I realized that when I initially ordered the Neon Picnic chiffon and satin through Minerva, at least most of them, I ordered like half from Pound Fabric. I saw that I ordered cationic chiffon initially, and that chiffon is 57 inches wide, which matches the satin, which makes sense why they fit together pretty directly. But this go round, I ordered a different kind of chiffon, and not only does this chiffon feel a little bit rougher than the other chiffon, it is shorter. It's 43 inches, I think is what I ended up reading. So that's my bad. I didn't realize. And the reason I didn't order the cationic chiffon in yellow is because they didn't have the warm toned yellow. They had that icy yellow, as I, have, but they didn't have this chiffon. So I had to go with this. So I'm just gonna make do with what I have. It is what it is. It's not the end of the world. It still makes a lovely scrunchie for yellow lovers. So I just wanted to put it out there. I'm just a little upset at myself that I didn't think to look. But this will be the only color that I have this issue with, which I'm happy. I'm happy this is, unless something else happens. I'm good. I'm good. So I am just going to finish whatever I feel like tonight because quite frankly, I'm very tired. I don't want to film anything else after I film this. So that's what I've gotten done, and I will check in with you guys at some point tomorrow because I gotta get this stuff done. Good afternoon. It is Sunday, March 9th, and it is probably 12:15 at this point. But it is a gorgeous, gorgeous day out, and it's been a gorgeous weekend. Not that I would know, since yesterday I spent all day in Google Sheets. I spent about 12 hours in Google Sheets trying to come up with a calculator to help me figure out how to list my products on Etsy and also still be profiting. But also I incorporated Printful's costs as well. And so just a super, super basic rundown of how it works. I have all of my print on demand items in different sheets. And so for example, we'll use the Bella and Canvas t-shirts. So I have all of the manufacturing costs for each size because that's something that Printful does. They have a manufacturing cost for each different size. And then depending on where it's being shipped, there's a different shipping fee attached to that. So I was trying to figure out how to list my prices in accordance with that variable as well as with Etsy's astronomical fees and still make a profit. Not a big profit, but a profit. Basically, I just wanted to not lose money every time somebody bought a t-shirt. I'm not looking to make $1 million or £1 million selling print-on-demand t-shirts. I just like the idea of like having a t-shirt line and having like, I like having apparel and tote bags and things. You know, and I like print on demand. I know a lot of people don't, but I like print on demand because then I don't have to worry about the whole making part, and I don't have to worry about having a whole bunch of stuff laying around because I have a whole bunch of stuff laying around. It's just easier for me. I don't have to worry about, well, how many t-shirts do I have in stock? Printful just makes it a little bit easier in my, in my opinion and in my experience. So then I just pop in what I want my listing price to be, and then it just kind of spits out what my profit's going to be at the end of the day if I choose that listing price specifically. So the other thing I've been playing around with is free shipping. And I say free because oftentimes if something is free shipping, it's because the person has incorporated the shipping fee into the listing price, into the product price. That's what I am going to do moving forward. I just incorporated the shipping, at least for some products, not all of the print-on-demand products, but at least for some of them. So most of the apparel is going to have free shipping, but a lot of the homeware won't. And I also wanted to be fair in my pricing too, because Printful does charge more for larger sizes. Most manufacturers do because there's, you know, extra fabric costs and stuff. There's so much stigma around pricing larger items for more. But in my opinion, it does make sense because, you know, there is more fabric being used, but not everybody feels that way. I'm just seeing it from a product and a business standpoint. So what I ended up doing to figure out my pricing for all my products was I popped in, did you know you can use drop downs in the cells in Google Sheets? I didn't know that. I thought that was really cool. So I plug in 5X t-shirts because they're the most expensive ones to manufacture. And then I plug in the most expensive shipping, which is worldwide, which goes to like Cambodia, like random places like that, that aren't specifically like the US or the UK or Canada. So worldwide shipping just encompasses most other countries. So that's usually often the most expensive one to pop in. So taking into consideration those two costs, I then come up with a listing cost. And then after I do that, I plug that in, and then what happens is it goes through all my calculations for all of Etsy's fees, and then it pops out what my profit could potentially be, give or take. So I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't underpricing items, and I was just making it fair for everybody. So that's what I've been up to yesterday. So moving forward, I won't be putting sales up on most of my items because I am literally at the bare bones of what I can realistically sell for a profit and still give free shipping for certain, you know, print-on-demand items. So after the St. Patrick's Day sale, I'm not going to run any more sales unless it's on my own website, and then I can play around with it more because then I won't have to worry about Etsy's fees. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I'm doing now. That's what I'm thinking of. So anyway, I've tried to film this intro like 5 different times, and I feel like this takes it. So I need to do a lot of sewing today. I need to crack on. So let's go.
You're caught up in nothing, wasting your time ain't chasing stars. You live in the moment, carried away from who you are. Chasing stars, chasing stars. Chasing stars, chasing stars. You're caught up in nothing, wasting your time ain't chasing stars. You live in the moment, carried away from who you are. Chasing stars, chasing stars. Chasing stars, chasing stars. Chasing You're caught up in nothing, wasting your time ain't chasing stars. You live in the moment, carried away from who you are. Chasing stars, chasing stars. Chasing stars, chasing stars. You're caught up in nothing, wasting your time ain't chasing stars. You live in the moment, carried away from who you are. Chasing stars, chasing stars. Chasing stars, chasing stars.
It is 7:30 now. I've only gotten done 3 scrunchies since I finished my dinner at like 6:40, and I have a bunch to work on yet. I think there's 20 in total, which is strange. Maybe it's not strange. I mean, I did cut an entire 2 meters worth. Yeah, I don't think that's that strange. I got 20 here. There probably would have been more actually had I more chiffon, but I didn't. So yeah, I think there's 20 scrunchies. I have 17 more to hand sew. My husband came out and made me a mudslide, so I'm gonna slide into that. That's what I'm working on now. I just wanted to check in with you guys to update you, and I will see you tomorrow. Good evening, everyone. It is Monday. I have tried to film this several different times, but I keep getting either interrupted or I'm jumbling my words, so hopefully this take will be the last one. I'm outside because I need to finish sewing up the rest of these Luxe size scrunchies. I'm just gonna get through what I can this evening because it's 7-ish, something like that. And before I head in, I'm going to rethread my serger with pink thread, but I'm not gonna cut anything tonight. I'll do that tomorrow. And that's about it. That's you're caught up. That was my whole day. And I'm gonna stay out here as long as I can because I've got my steps in for the day and I went to the gym. There's nothing else I need to do admin-wise tonight, so I'm just gonna stay out here as long as humanly possible, or until I get tired of sewing these, or until they get done. I'm not really sure what's going on. Also, I have sake, so gonna get a little crunk while I do some sewing. The main reason I wanted to come out here and sew was because there was a Creepcast episode that I was in the middle of listening to while I was sewing these yesterday, and I didn't finish it, and it's like, it's actually 4 parts, but Creepcast made it into 2 videos, so I have to I gotta listen to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on these, and I'm not gonna film it. This is all you're getting from me tonight. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Good morning. It is Tuesday, and I have everything edited up until this point. I have like 2 montages in this one, and it's getting harder to find songs that I actually like on Thematic. Long story short, just expect me to reuse songs every now and then. Not that that's like a big deal or anything, but, and since I don't have anything else to edit, and I haven't warmed up the studio yet because I wasn't sure how much I needed to edit today, because I thought there was quite a lot of footage, and there was, but it was like mostly me working. And I guess I could do some of the fruit slices. The only one that I have done currently, the line art, and I'll have to show you guys how I do the line art, but the only one I have done is the orange, and I'm not really sure if I'm going to do a lemon or a lime, but the orange is done. I feel like I need to do the lemon and the lime, you know, round out all the citrus characters. So I think that's it. I just need to do the line art for a lime and a lemon. That's all I have for you guys right now, but let me show you how I actually do the character art. So the watermelon character is the only one I did with a mix of traditional and digital, and I did the watermelon mostly in Clip Studio Paint. I didn't even bring it into Inkscape, but after it was done, I thought it would be easier to do everything in Inkscape because everything's vector and everything's crisp, and I can play with the line width and everything, and it just makes it a lot easier. So after I have like all the shapes done the way I want them, I have like a lot of different shapes and like versions. After I get what I want, I go and I export it and I pop it into Clip Studio. That's when we finally get all the color put in. So obviously there's a lot of layers involved, but I have been finishing them off in Clip Studio just because it's, you know, I obviously have a little bit more control in here, but I can still keep those crisp lines, and I don't know, it works better for me this way. I'm trying to find ways to work smarter and not harder, because I know, at least when it comes to this style of art, I am a huge perfectionist when it comes to the lines, and I just really wanted all the lines to be, like, I wanted to make sure they were perfect. There's no such thing as perfection, but I wanted them to be perfect and just look a certain way. That has been my workflow with these characters. Would you like to see the orange slice? So the orange is not done yet, but as you can see, I already have its bits and pieces already lined up for me to put into Clip Studio. So I'm just waiting to do that, and then that character will be done. And I'm trying to figure out, like I said, how do I want the other characters to look? Might play around for a little bit. I also decided, I hadn't actually made one yet, I need to make a neon picnic gingham bookmark. I have just the colors themselves. I'll show you. Remember we made these like a while ago? Like a while ago. These are B grades, by the way, so B grade bundles. But I wanted to make the actual neon pattern because I didn't make them yet. So the printer is going. I'm going to work on this fruit slice here. I'll check back with you in a bit. I sincerely did not think this bookmark in particular was going to take me so many attempts to get correct. Once again, I have an Oops All B grades bundle because there's going to be a lot of them in that now. So some are actually laminate defects, but for the most part, I remade them a couple times because I wanted all the colors to be on it, and I realized if I just rotated the image and cut them that way, I will get all the colors on the bookmark. So that's what's happening now. I've been at this for like 2 hours. I sort of gave up because for some reason my printer doesn't feel like printing cleanly anymore. So that's fun. And my laminator, because it's secondhand, says that it needs a lamination cleaning sheet run through it, which I don't have on hand because I wasn't aware it was something that it needed. I'm not going to worry about making these bookmarks, but let me show you the characters I made. I have finished all the citrus guys. So I wasn't really sure between the pink lemon or I'm probably going to go with the black one, let's be honest. But there's the orange. It's really cute. The lemon and the lime, adorable. So those are all done now. They're done, at least with the Inkscape process. I'm going to pop them into Clip Studio Paint later and add some like final touches, highlights, things like that. Make them look all juicy and stuff. But I'm not doing that right now. I am going to eat lunch, and you hear the fan on because I'm airing out the room. Because this laminator is, like I said, secondhand. It has like bits in it. So it like kind of smells smoky. So these are basically done. There's a couple of B grades because of resin spillage, but I'm not really that worried about it. And I know there is one that has an air bubble around its eye. So that's obviously going to be a B grade too. Those took a lot longer than I thought they were going to. It's a beautiful day today, and I was supposed to go grocery shopping today, but I'm still debating if I want to do that or not. I'm kind of leaning towards, yeah, get it done and over with because we don't have anything in our freezer. But at the same time, I want to do more pins, but I'm not going to go ham with just one character, seeing as, again, I don't get very many sales, so just trying to like pace myself and not go too overboard with all the products. But I do want pins of each character. that's probably now that I'm really thinking about it, because I mean I think these took maybe a day to make, and the resin part takes the longest and it's the most tedious part. And I actually need to figure out how much time these actually take to make to consider what price I should be actually charging for them. But at the same time, if I charge too much, nobody's gonna want to buy them, especially since they're like handmade. They're not metal. So I don't know yet, but I'm kind of leaning towards maybe I should go and leave the house. So I did end up going to the grocery store, which is great because now we have food. I just don't know why I put it off so long. So right now I'm in the middle of putting the neon ice lolly into Cricut so I can print it on some shrink plastic and then go through all that rigmarole again making pins with this little guy. I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know how well it's going to take resin, but we're going to try and we're going to have a good time. Hello everyone, it is Thursday now and I just wanted to pop on here and catch you guys up on all the things that you missed because I didn't film very much. Typically when I film, it's usually over the weekend and it's just easier to film in bulk on the weekends and then edit that footage mostly. But then when I'm done with the editing, as I was yesterday, I was like, I have nothing more to edit. So I made a bunch of stuff, but I didn't film a whole lot of it, you know, because it wasn't super interesting. I didn't have my cameras set up. It's hard to really, I don't know if you guys, some of you guys have seen our room, but our room is very, very small. I think in one of the vlogs I've shown what our house looks like. I'll try to link that specific blog down below because then you'll see what I'm talking about. We live in a very small house. So I work under my bed mostly. I have the curtain drawn because it's so messy under there. Even that's messy. Everything's a little bit messy. But the last couple of days I have been working on pins and oh gosh, it was just so time consuming and very tedious work. I just didn't want to film it. I didn't really know how to film it. I did, you know, obviously I'm showing you some footage of me working on it, but it just took a long time to get through with all of these steps that are in pin making. at least with handmade pins, as these are. So I actually timed myself because I was so curious. I'm like, how long does this entire process from start to finish actually take? For me, popping the popsicle, I'm going to call him popsicle from now on, so ice lolly is popsicle now. From popping the popsicle character into Cricut Design Space, arranging it on the board, printing it, cutting it, putting the resin on, putting the pins on, painting the backs of them, all of that took me 4 hours for 16 characters. So you should, do all the math. It should boil down to about 15 minutes per popsicle, which isn't bad. So I'm happy with that number. It was about what I was thinking. So I have to obviously price accordingly. So 15 minutes of my time needs to be, compensated accordingly in my Etsy price. So it's not too expensive, but still, I'd still say it's probably along the lines of what other pins go for that are manufactured. Because that's the other thing too. My stuff is handmade. I don't outsource anything right now. Is that something I would eventually like to do? Maybe. I don't know. To be truthfully honest with you, I kind of like making things in low quantities. It keeps me busy for one, but also, like, I don't have a whole lot of stuff laying around then. I don't like Bailey J with her little store area in her house, or like with catnip in there. I mean, I guess it makes sense in those respects, but there's just a lot of stuff that doesn't get sold, and I don't know. I can't. I also like to play around with different product designs and stuff. So if I'm the one making things, then but eventually I would like to maybe manufacture planners or something. But at the same time, I'm like, oh, do I really want to bother when I could just possibly make them, and it would not really cost less labor wise, but it would just be better to make as you go, make to order, eventually, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, I had to pop on here because, like I said, it is Thursday, so it's outro day. So I wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching. I've been seeing the numbers. I've been appreciating all the new subscribers. You guys have no idea how much this actually means. That's the laundry. Sorry about that. I don't think I closed the door. But you guys have no idea how much it means to me after almost 10 years of being on here, seeing the numbers finally go up. I think it's because the content is better, in my opinion. If you go back and watch my old vlogs, it's like, oh God, it's a little embarrassing. But thank you. I appreciate it way more than you could ever possibly know. So now this is your engagement reminder. What's engagement? Engagement is when you interact with a video in any certain way. And what it does is it actually makes my video show up a little bit better in YouTube. And then there'll be more of us. Won't that be great? So one way to engage is to like the video. I tell you guys this all the time. It helps me out a lot more than you know. Another way to engage is to comment on the video. What did you like about this video? What did you find interesting in this video? Are you excited about the Neon Picnic launch? Shane's lonely down there. Shane needs somebody to talk to. So everybody go down and comment. If Shane has already commented, say hi to Shane. He's down there, he's lonely, he needs some friends. And the last way, and probably the best way to support a creator and engage with their content, is to subscribe to their channel. Because if you're feeling frisky, go ahead and subscribe. Bye, guys.